Europa Universalis 4 has been out for about 11 years now, and there's been a lot of changes. The game is honestly completely new with the current version compared to what it was like at launch, and that's why I think it's a good idea for us to go back and see what 1.0 version of EU4 was like. It did take me a while to get access to the 1.0 version. I had to scour the Paradox forums and learn how to do that by linking accounts and doing a lot of shenanigans. But here we go. I giveth to you the launch version of EU4 in all of its glory. Now, you might notice the political map mode is absolutely disturbing to say the least, and we're gonna go through the map changes in a few seconds before we start our campaign as Byzantium, because that's right, I want to see how painful it was playing as Byzantium in the 1.0 version of the campaign, because trust me when I say it was way more difficult than it is in the... I'm not even sure I'm gonna be able to survive as this, so I'm curious if we make it in this particular run, honestly. Now, before we continue with this, boys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I have a little bit of a bet with my wife that I'm gonna get 230,000 subs before her birthday on May 20th. You'd be doing me a massive solid if you did subscribe. Obviously, if you enjoy the content, you want to see more like these kind of videos in the future, I'd really appreciate it. Now, one thing that's very different is we have the country size. Basically, it shows the amount of provinces in the screen instead of the amount of development, with the tax base being shown right afterwards rather than development in any way, shape, or form. We have the actual starting army size, and we've got the Ottoman-Albanian War at the start of the campaign, which actually is more historically accurate, because the current version of EU4, we start with the Crusades finished and the Albanians at peace with the Ottomans, whilst also having a proclaimed guarantee from Venice. That's not accurate. Technically, the Crusades got their asses handed a day before the start of the campaign, and the peace treaty was done a few years later. So, for being honest, we should have a war against the Hungarians, the Poles, etc., etc. at the start with the Ottomans, and we should have a separate war with the Albanians, which were led by Skanderberg, who was an open rebellion at the time against the Ottomans. But I guess I get why they did it for balancing purposes. However, this version is actually a little bit more accurate. If anything, I would add a second war against the crusading states, of course, which unfortunately also start with the truce as they do in the current version. Now, there have been some major idea changes too. You see, the Ottomans have completely different ideas. The Byzantines have very, very different ideas as well, and pretty much everybody else around the world. Bohemia is a lot bigger size-wise, not necessarily actual province-wise, with Silesia only owning the southern parts of Silesia. Not sure why that is. Memel is classic square, as you would expect, the memeiest of memels imaginable. It's not even close to the area where it is in today's version, like it's alongside this particular river. This whole bit is basically Samogitia in the current version, isn't it? Norway and Sweden also have a lot more shaggy and ruggedy borders between them, as do Novgorod and Muscovy, and also Muscovy has far fewer vassals, only 3 subjects at the start of the campaign. There are some significant color changes. Nogai is a different shade of green. Karakoyunlu is flat out green now, and Akoyunlu again is also a different color. Timurids do not have the subject swarm, so the Timurids are depicted as a more centralized nation. As such, they are significantly stronger in the launch version of the game. In fact, in the launch version of the game, the Timurids is probably the most powerful out of all nations, if you ask me. They have 54,000 soldiers from day one, 60 provinces, 163 base tax. Of course, if we don't take into account Ming, which is obviously way bigger than everybody else, but they do have less units. They only have 39,000 units at the start of the campaign, despite having an insane economy. And the cool part is they do not have the Mandate of Heaven mechanics. So yeah. Japan also has a lot less daimyos. It's like a handful of daimyos compared to the amount we have in the current version. Yemen is pretty much unified, as is Oman, and in general the Arabian Peninsula is a lot more centralized. One area that has not changed much though is Iberia. Iberia is pretty much identical to how it is now, with the exception being that Portugal has a different color, and they also added a lot more provinces to this region compared to the current version. And Navarra also has access to the sea, which is why Navarra has naval ideas, which they still do have in the current version, but they don't have access to the sea anymore. The French also have a lot bigger provinces overall. They only have 14 provinces compared to the current, what, like 20 something provinces, 40 if you include the subjects. But they do have huge base tax. The base tax in France is absolutely insane. I feel like economically speaking, the French are the richest nation at the start of the campaign, on par with the amount of provinces that they have, right? Then again, we also have the Burgundians. I take that back. Burgundy is the richest. Apparently, Burgundy's got 125 base tax with 19 provinces and 29,000 units. So yeah, that's definitely a lot better. Also, much like the Ottomans and the Albanians, the French and the English are at war, part of the 100 Years' War. Again, a more historically accurate depiction because the 100 Years' War started in what year, guys? Can I hear you in the comment section? Oh yeah, that's right. It's the start date of EU5 and one of the central themes of EU5. So 1337. That's right. You're correct, sir. And it did have some ceasefires, let's say some quote unquote pieces, but because it wasn't technically a continuous war for 100 years and it did last longer than 100 years. It did have some peace phases, but it's more accurate to show it at war since in 1444 they were in active combat, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on whose side you are, right? Not sure what exactly they were going for with these particular map colors for Anjou or Lyon or Vannes, but they are absolutely dreadful. I'm glad they made the changes they made to the colors. Bavaria is also unified at this point, and we have 4 provinces, big and large. The Brandenburgians also have 3 provinces, and this is the most disgusting Brandenburg shape I've seen ever. And it's sad because it's kind of similar to the one we have in EU5 actually. Anhalt pretty much took over the province of Magdeburg, and Magdeburg, yeah, this is just it's completely different from the current version. It's crazy. Ireland is literally 5 provinces, as is Scotland, 4 provinces or 5 provinces, with the English only having 23, but decently sized tax actually. Most of that is in the French area of the United Kingdom, or better yet, England. Tlemcen has Prussian color apparently, and one thing that has definitely not changed much actually throughout the years is Mazab, Togourd, and Jared. They're basically the same. Fezzan for that matter too. I think Fezzan might have gotten 1 extra province, but that's about it. Overall, around the map, there's been a lot more countries, a lot more provinces added. Even in Ethiopia is more divided. Of course, in Central Africa, we've seen a lot of additional provinces added here, and by default, a lot of additional nations too. In the New World as well, there's been some changes. Actually, I'm realizing now that there's been very few changes. This is pretty much the same it is now, isn't it? In South America, at least. Central America has seen a lot of changes, and North America, though, that's for sure. Oh, I actually just realized this is the manpower they start with, not the amount of soldiers they start with. My bad. Oh, and Corfu still is a thing now. Oh my god, this must be one of the hardest starts in the game then. This is likely worse than Naxos in this particular start date, isn't it? Okay, apparently we don't have the option of choosing an Iron Man game because there is no such thing as Iron Man games in this particular version. Okay, how do you get were you able to get achievements in this version? I'm not sure. One thing I actually miss about the launch version of E4 is the way that they set the province and the buildings. Like, the buildings is, in my opinion, a lot better, the design for the release version. I'm not a big fan of the current style that they have it today. I mean, it's not bad, but I really like going up to level 9 fortresses and having the unique buildings here, such as the post office, the customs house, the mint, the stock exchange, the arsenal, the conscription center, all of this. These actually made a big difference. The special buildings, as they were called, alongside the base buildings that we still have today. And then you also had the unique buildings, such as the inflation reduction tax assessor, the extra 1 diplomat and diplomat relations from the embassy. This was massive, guys. For just 1,000 ducats, you could get 1 extra diplo relations and 1 extra diplomat. That is absolutely insane. Glorious monument gave +1 prestige, manpower, attrition to enemies, defensiveness, grain depot. Oh man, I really missed this a lot actually. I hope that the current EU5 buildings that they have, they keep them, because it's actually very similar to the release version of EU4, the buildings. And yes, you did have different categories for the buildings: army, navy, production, trade, fort, government. You still have it today, but it's just more easily seen on the screen itself in this version. Then tax is the most important thing, of course, at the start, as is in the current version. You have the base tax value in your provinces. You do not have development. You probably noticed that, didn't you? There is no development development. That is something that was added later down the line. Mercenaries could be hired individually. You didn't need to hire an entire mercenary company. The missions and decisions, oh, this is the diet agenda that you summon nowadays, isn't it? Increase prestige by 50. Oh my god, 50, not even 30. That is brutal, brother. Athens does not exist. Incorporate them. Let's go for that. And you had the westernization mechanics. Oh no. We need to be 7 technologies behind a western neighbor or conquer territory. And in our case, that is Naples, which is 0 technologies ahead of us. That would allow us to westernize. It would take some time. And whilst we were westernizing, advisors would be 50% more expensive and we would get 5 national unrest. It was brutal, but you had to westernize, because if you didn't westernize, your units and your technology would fall behind so much. There was no institutions. Westernization was the way of actually keeping up with technology, and it was just insanely difficult. Now let's see, what do we have here? So I'm not sure how many units the Ottomans have, but I'm seeing 1,000 here, 13,000 here. I have only 5,000, and oh my god, even this screen is, everything is so freaking weird to look at. We have army tradition, land morale, land force limit, and okay, actually it's pretty much the same. It's just layout is different compared to what we have now. In general, the layouts is different for most of the tabs from what I'm noticing here. Disasters are below the war exhaustion and stability tab, not the way it is now. There were a lot more decisions, surprisingly, at the release version. They did destroy some of these. They don't exist anymore for some reason. Oh my god, we were making 9.8 ducats from trade? What? Hold on a second there, buddy. What is going on here? Why are we making so much money from trade? I mean, actually, why? It says that we're getting 4.9 from there. Where's the rest coming from then? Oh, is this just bugged and it's showing 9.8, but it's actually 4.9? It is. Okay, I'm a little bit confused about that. Not sure how that works into 4.9, but actually says 9.8 here, but release version of the game, so keep that in mind. All right, let's get a morale of armies advisor. I don't know if we can afford anything else. Actually, we probably can afford everything else, can we? We can hire a free military advisor. Okay, well, how far are we from military tech 4? Very far, because we're Eastern and we get 20% technology increase. Not much of an option. We can only get rivals in Venice and Genoa, apparently. And I'm going to be lowering my autonomy in the southern provinces. We do have less provinces too in this particular game version, but we actually have more economy in this game version. I mean, starting with 5 ducats is huge. Just going to see what happens here. I'm just going to recruit some units. And apparently to attach your subjects units to yours, you just got to click the attach to you. Very straightforward, isn't it? Let's go ahead and make our leader and our air generals, just so we can maybe get some decent pips on them. And let's get ready for this. I actually want to attack him right now. Can I do that? Am I being too skibbity weebity? I think I might be actually getting my ass handed to me. No, you know what? Let's do diplomacy. Let's actually see what we can do diplomatically here. I don't see the option to ally anyone. I guess I have to manually go around and see if I can get any allies. Yes, apparently that's how it works now. I can form coalition against. You can form a coalition without aggressive expansion? What? Oh my god, I am so forming a coalition against the Ottomans. Come on guys, who wants to join me? And apparently I can also ally the Theodorans, which by the way have a different flag. I actually really like this flag. It's a lot more accurate to the real Theodoran flag at the period. You can also ally Trebizond, which absolutely loves us, of course. Maybe the Mamelukes? Nope, they absolutely hate us. I wish I had an easier way of seeing who is willing to ally me and who isn't, but apparently there is no easier way. Serbia wouldn't be bad, but the Serbs have a truce with the Ottomans for 5 more years, so they're not going to be of much use to me, unfortunately. The Muscovites are really close to getting an alliance with me, actually. Oh, okay. We do have these events from this particular version. Interesting. By the way, in the interest of full disclosure, guys, I think there is an earlier version that is literally inaccessible, like the very, very first version. This is, I think, the version after they had a couple of patches, if I'm not mistaken, but it is the earliest you can actually access from like 11 years ago. The other version before this, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty much inaccessible. I don't think anyone can get access to that except the actual Paradox developers. So I might ask Johan if I ever see him, hey, can I have version 1.0 please? Like pre any sort of patches. Oh, look at that. The Ottomans warned us not to go to war. You know what? I am going to get that alliance with the Serbs. Screw it, man. I'm going to need this. I'm going to need this alliance. If nothing, just because I want to see if I can see the Ottoman armies by the border with the Serbian lands. Okay, now this is just... I'm sorry, Theodoro. I'm sorry. I promise. Next time I'll help you. I promise next time I'm gonna help, okay? Suffice to say, this is not a great start, guys. This is really not a great start. I got a bad feeling about this game. Hey, on the bright side though, remember that every single province has to be sieged down, and we got level 2 forts in every province that we own. Actually, level 3 in our capital, of course, so we might have a chance at this. We might have a chance. Alright, I'm just gonna declare. I'm gonna declare. I don't think I'm gonna be able to call anyone and that's gonna join, so might as well just try, right? Let's go for Deern. Boom, shakalaka doom. Not surprised to see our subjects join on our side. Well, they don't really have much of a choice, do they now? I don't think there's any way of actually seeing how many units, oh my god. Brother, minus 63? What? Oh, and you can actually assault without breaking the wall. You can just assault at any point. Is that gonna completely collapse my army though? I'm not sure. It might. I don't think I have enough troops to actually push into here. Oh, I'm just worried as schnapps now. I'm absolutely super worried. Why can I only take that? Why can I not take this? Hold on a second here. We do have an aggressive expansion mechanic though. That's good to know. But apparently it works differently. It's only gonna upset nations and it's gonna lower relations. That's it. Nothing else happens. Interesting. And of course the Ottomans siege down everything insanely fast. Hold on, am I being weird here, or do the Ottomans only have 14,000 units? Because if they only have 14,000 units, this might actually be pretty easy for me to do. Oh no, they don't. They have another 11,000 they were using in sieging down Albania. Well, that's pretty much a GG's for me, isn't it? I think these troops are going to be attacking me right now, and that's going to be the end of the first attempt. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh god. Oh, this is painful to watch. Looks like it's time to go back to the drawing board, boys. Byzantium skibidi, take 2. At least now we actually have a bit of an idea of what exactly we're up against here. The Ottomans do have roughly around 24,000 units at the start of the campaign, 11,000 of which are already in Albania. We're just gonna need to get more units, and we're gonna need to be very, very careful with what we're doing here. We're getting our alliance with the Serbs. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I don't want to ally Theodoro because they might get attacked by Crimea again. I'm gonna ally Trebizond, however, and improve relations with the Muscovites. I'm fairly close to getting the alliance with them too. I'm also getting the vibe that we're going to be attacked by the Ottomans pretty much as soon as they finish their war with Albania, maybe even earlier than that. So I really need to fortify. I don't think I need to attack them. They're going to be the ones attacking me for sure. Again, make our leader and our heir generals, and they are absolutely atrocious. Form that juicy coalition against the Ottomans because everybody knows that's actually going to do something. Plot twist, it's not going to do anything. Also, check this out. The Ottomans have warned everyone and their mamas. They're like, nobody start a war without my permission. Nobody. Hey, this time we can get actually a discipline advisor, and I'm going to focus on my military, so maybe we get military tech 4 before the Ottomans do. Also going to get 1 stability since it does give some decent bonuses actually. Oh, come on, really? Well, it's a good thing I didn't lower my autonomy because I can go back to 0 autonomy now. Bro, why am I getting literally every single bad event? Like, come on. Actually, what is this, man? What is this RNG? I think I might be in danger. The Ottomans just went by my border. Oh god, this is not good. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Please, Ottomans, just let me survive a few more years to get an alliance with Muscovy. Come on. Yep, it is not good. It is really not good. And I think it is in fact GG's for us. Yup. How does one survive in this version of the game? That's the real question. How? Like, actually, how? I'm not gonna give up this easy. I'm gonna recruit more units in the south. We got this, boys. Come on. We got this. We're gonna rebuild our army. We're gonna do guerrilla warfare in the Middle Ages. That's what's gonna happen here. I have faith. Oh, and I clicked attach to this unit, and all of my allies are actually attaching. Holy sh! This might be it. I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out, boys. Oh, yeah. That's literally how we're gonna do this, boys. Oh, a great victory, guys. A great one. We killed 1,000 of their units after losing a lot more of ours. No, I freaking remember this event. This is so good. Oh my god. Why do they not keep this event in the game, brother? Okay, boys. Okay, we're making progress. We're making progress. And we're getting good events as well now, okay? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The fact that the Ottomans are focusing on sieging down Bosnia, Serbia, and the other people they're fighting is worth it, okay? The lives of those Serbs and Bosnians and other Turks and stuff is worth it. I'm gonna put their lives on the line here and say that it's for the glory of Rome, okay? Oh, we actually cannot see the movement locked button anymore. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Wait, is there no movement locking mechanic actually? There actually might not be one. That's crazy. That was added later? Well, this should be a fairly easy win for us. Fingers crossed we get good dice rolls. They have no general in this army. Got a 9 dice roll. Oh, baby, come on. Oh, nope, it's Jover. Their units from Serbia are coming. Does it count if we do a white piece? Is that a victory, guys? Yep, no, it is bad. It is very, very bad. What if we were to give him stuff? End the vassalization of Athens and pay him 24 ducats. You know what? It pains me to do this. It pains me, okay? It pains me. It pains me. But sometimes you gotta give some in order to not get stack wiped, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is the most brutal Byzantium I've ever played. How did people even manage to survive as Byzantium in this freaking version, brother? Like, I basically got lucky because the Ottomans were busy sieging down all of the freaking Balkans and Trebizond, and I still lost the freaking war. What? Maybe I should have stayed in the war a little bit longer because I actually managed to get military tech 4 now. I kind of regret piecing out at this point. Also, guys, remember that in this version, it actually costs 10 of each power points to build stuff. So we need 10 Diplo to build navy and production buildings. Or actually, no, production is admin. So Diplo is what? Trade and navy? I guess so. Then admin is government and production, and army and fort is military. As if we didn't have enough problems, now we're getting rebels in the south of Morea. We do need to think fast though, because in a few moments we're going to be at peace. I mean, our truce is going to be over with the Ottomans again, so we're going to need to figure out a plan of how we're going to take back our lands, because this is no bueno right now, boys, at all. The King of Burgundy dies. Charles the Bourbon and his closest followers have tragically been killed. Already? In 1454? God dang. Oh wow, they just automatically become Austria. Oh, that's my next ally right there. Oh yes, baby, we can get an alliance with these Chad lords. Wait, what? Byzantine opinion of Hungary is minus. No, I cannot get an alliance with these Chad lords. I hate this game. I hate this game. Honestly, at this point, it's so bad, I'm thinking about abandoning ship here and going into the east. But I did ally Circassia, Georgia, freaking Trebizond, everyone I could get my hands on is an ally in the east. So the only easiest option would have been Circassia, so I kind of freaking put my own foot in my mouth by allying them. The truce with the Ottomans is about to finish too in October. Oh, it is not looking great, guys. It is really not looking great at all. Oh, any easy opiums? Maybe we can attack in Ireland here. Tyrone is allied to the English. Munster is allied to the English. Leinster is allied to the English. They're all freaking allied to the English, man. It's bad. Okay, it's just bad. Muscovy's eating out the Novgorod. Ooh, surely that's bait. That has to be bait. Nah, that's definitely bait. I think we might have found a way out for us. Hear me out. New World Exodus Byzantium. We're basically playing the third Rome here, the third Odyssey here, okay? The most worthwhile no CB of my life, I swear. Come on, let's go get the Jabal Tariq before we actually disappear from the map. Okay, come on, quick, before anybody else attacks him. Ooh, la, 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 la. Is coring range an issue? Just realized. Is that going to be an issue in this version? I don't even know. Am I even going to be able to core this? I hope so. Ah, yes. The classic corruption of the Byzantine Empire. Am I surprised? No. Wait, what? No! I lost my entire fleet to attrition. Dude. It didn't give me any warning, nothing. Oh my god, dude. This sucks. How did people enjoy themselves in this version, man? How? Come on. This has to be the most painful Byzantium run I've done ever, bro. Like, everything that can go wrong has pretty much gone wrong so far. It is just horrible. Oh, actually, let's check the idea groups, because I'm not sure what's different here. They must be different, right? Let's see. We got influence ideas here. It gives aggressive expansion reduction. Interesting. Espionage is the good old horrible espionage. May infiltrate administration. This is something I like, actually. Core creation cost still a thing. Goods produced nationally. That's different. Oh, these are the good old days when religious ideas used to give you the Deus Vult TB from the first idea. This was awesome, dude. I wish they did this. I hate the fact that they put this particular idea as the last religious ideas unlockable. It sucks right now. It was way better before. And these are all the times when you have the hostile core creation cost on us ideas. So that means the Barbary states by default are more expensive to core, right? Yeah, because they have the increased coring cost from their national ideas, the Berber traditions, as do the Wallachians. There you go. Core coring up Wallachian provinces is 100% more expensive. That is brutal. Trade is pretty much the same, actually. Trade, I'm kind of surprised to see trade has not changed for 11 freaking years. Like, really? All right, boys, it's time for the peace deal. I'm sorry, what? Peace offer from... Ha, 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 ha. Funny, Granada. Funny. Almost as funny as you not existing anymore. Oh my god, I cannot core this. Oh, man. Is there any idea that can help us with coring? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go exploration ideas. Fuck it, man. I'm going exploration ideas. Let's go. We're gonna go with our colonist here. We're gonna start marching towards the new world. Do we want to go for diplo ideas first, though? We probably do, don't we? I'm also gonna send an insult to the Ottomans. The truce is over. I want them to attack me. You know what? Come at me, bro. Come at me. I don't have any fleet to transfer my units, do I? Because I lost all my ships in the sea. Because there's no warning for attrition. So yeah, that's something. One thing I do like, however, is the fact that we are still making massive amounts of ducats, man. I mean, I'm getting so much money without actually having any issues. Oh, Circassia needs my help. Sorry, Circassia. I'm busy that day. We also can get military tech 5 now. Wait, what's the Ottomans tech? They're tech 4. I kind of get the feeling that if I was to properly play this and just go mercenary heavy, I might actually win the initial war against the Ottomans. But my mind is set on the Exodus, okay? We are going to be abandoning the old world, basically. Oh, I just realized something. Maybe I can sell some of my provinces. Yeah, let's go, baby. Look at that. We're gonna sell this stuff off to the Venetians. Let them deal with the Ottomans. We're abandoning the old world fully. Dude, I'm not making this up, chat. Come on, look at this. Look at the amount of freaking horrible events we're getting here. This is not even funny, man. What is this shit? I got minus 67 prestige. Come on. The real question is, though, how the hell is Corfu able to freaking give me that much money for Achaia? Like, how do they even have that much money, bro? Oh, what a bunch of great allies. They all decided to help me out. Aw, amazing. Thank you, guys. I love you, but I'm genuinely just gonna abandon you and let you all get wiped out by the Ottomans. It's all, I lost faith in the European continent, okay? I'm gonna say it. I'm freaking saying it now. Well, boys, this did not play out as I expected it to, and our little exodus didn't work because apparently you cannot do the shenanigans you can do in the current versions with the coring range, so yeah. So, guys, cool thing just happened. I was able to secure an even earlier version of the game, which is crazy. This is like way different from what you just saw, okay? Check this out. We go to the political map mode, and this is cursed. This is look at this. Akoyunlu, Karakoyunlu, Chandar owns the entirety northern area of Anatolia. Karaman's smaller now. Ottomans are actually stronger now, and we have the difficulty scaling between baby and whatever the skeleton is. We see the military, economic, and diplomatic output of every nation. Check out the Byzantines. I'm not sure they have a 3-star rating. They should not have a 3-star rating for sure. The military. I mean, that just seems misleading to me, if anything. Crimea is insanely massive in this patch. There is not even any Circassia. Georgia is massive as well for some reason. Kazan is huge. Muscovy-Novgorod borders have again been redrawn, as have been most of the borders for that matter. Memel, yes, still square. Ideas have actually also been changed in this particular patch. Algiers is an actual nation now. There's no more Tlemcen. We have Morocco, Algiers, Tunisia, and there is no Jared, Mazab, and Tugurd and Fezan. We have instead Tripoli here as well. We got the Mamluk, Cyprus. I don't think you guys can get this version. I'll be honest. This is a special code that I used. I'm not sure if it's still anywhere on the forums, maybe in one of the comments or anything. It could be. I'm not saying no, but don't be discouraged if the only version you can get is the 1.9.2 version. I think that's the one that's accessible to everybody. So if you haven't had the option of getting this patch, this is your nostalgia bait right here, in my opinion, because I am actually very nostalgic to try this out. I actually just loaded the save and I was just looking at the map because this brings back so much memories, man. This is crazy. In the east, not much is different compared to the previous save that I showed you guys. We do have a lot more consolidated areas though. We have Brunei, Aceh as owning the entirety of their respective islands. And then we have uncolonized areas between Ethiopia and the Mamluks. So there's only one province between them that is actually colonized, which is crazy to see. There's a lot less provinces and a lot less nations here. Even Congo is just Congo, and there's like 7-8 provinces less than the previous version. So this just goes to show that as they were progressing, and look at this, Inca also is unified. There is no, oh my god, this is so different. This is actually crazy different. I just realized the version I showed you guys up until now is not as insane as this version is. So I should have started with this one. But I'll be honest, I just got the version from someone. I didn't even know I'll be able to get this version, to be fair. Aztecs, Zapotecs, and Maya are basically splitting Middle America between them, and we do have some natives in the north. This makes me think that there's an even older version, because I remember the very first version there was no North Americans, or there was very few or something of the sort. So I'm genuinely thinking that there's even an older version that I'm not able to get my hands on. I think I really will have to ask maybe Johan or someone, if I ever see them, right, to give me that version, because this maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the very first one. Now I think there's another earlier version you can get maybe somehow through some means. There's even changes in Italy from what I can tell. Ferrara does not own Modena. Modena is free in this version. Tuscany is also free. It has one less province as well. And there's overall a lot less, in general, a lot less provinces in Europe. Now let's tag into Byzantium here. Again, there are no achievements in this particular version, obviously. There are, however, a lot more decisions. Holy mother of God. All the decisions are shown from the start now. That is crazy, bro. The national ideas are also different, and there's less national ideas. Wait a second. What is missing here? We don't have influence. We're missing 3 ideas. Influence, and what else are we missing? I'm not sure. Offensive, defensive, quality, quantity, mercenaries, and what else is there? There's one I'm not sure. I'm sure there's one missing, right? I'm not going crazy. There's definitely one missing. We're missing influence for the diplomatic one. We're missing quality, quantity, defensive, offensive, aristocratic, and what else is there? I forgot. Oh, naval ideas, right? No, not naval. Maritime. Maritime ideas is missing from the military tab, and from the admin tab, we got something else missing that I don't know again. Oh, it's not expansion, it's exploration ideas, because you have exploration, expansion in the same tab here. So then there's another one missing from here. Is espionage. Espionage and influence is missing from diplomat. There have been massive amounts of changes. Holy mother of God. Oh my god, I remembered this. Oh, I remembered this. Click on the list or on the map to choose a new rival. So you go like boop, boop, boop. You can literally rival anyone. You just got to click here, and then for 10 Diplo, you can rival anyone on the map. That is such a keck moment right there. It also has Reconquest CB. Oh, let me check my diplomat. We have cores on all of these lands. Albania, we got cores. Cyprus, we got cores. Trebizond, we got cores as Byzantium. What happened to that, boys? What the schnitzel happened to that? So let's check the cultural map mode. I haven't checked that earlier. We have Greek in a lot more provinces, and Georgian is a part of the same culture group as the Byzantines in this particular patch. Romanian is a part of the South Slavic. I remember this one. Yeah, that was the cringiest one. Hungarian part of the West Slavic. This is back when Paradox did zero research, apparently, for historical authenticity. I'm just kidding. I know it's because of balance purposes. Calm down, Redditors. Come on. And explain to me then, if it's for balance purposes, why is Basque its own culture? Explain that to me, bruh. At least they managed to get this down fairly accurately. Welsh, Breton, Irish. Would say the northern parts of Scotland would be in that group too, though. Let's see. If I'm ever gonna reattempt to survive as Byzantium, I'm gonna do it in this version. Let's see how many units we can get. Oh, this is new. Oh, this is different as well, the macro builder. Holy schnagadonks. So we have up to 7 army force limit. And yes, most of the screens are again different. Look at this. Stability expansion is similar to what it is like now. So they had so many iterations of this as they progressed in the development of EU4. Byzantium start is pretty much different in every patch, isn't it? You can take up to 136 bank loans. It was up to 170 something in the previous patch that I played earlier. So that's and you also make less money in this patch as well. A lot less, actually. Is that because of the trade being less in here? I guess so, isn't it? Yeah, it's only 1.64 from trade in this particular version. That's it for me though, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun watching this and going through it. So if you did, don't forget to leave a like, and if we get 5,000 likes, I'll redo the Byzantine attempt with this particular version and try to survive. I'll do it live so you guys can watch this particular version, and I can show you around if you have any questions and stuff. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.